If you're over 60, walking 10,000 steps a day might be the biggest mistake, leading to leg ulcers and losing your independence sooner. Stop walking until you watch this. I see it every day in my clinic. People in their 60s, 70s, and 80s who take pride in their daily walks. Yet they come to me with ankles as swollen as grapefruits and skin turning a dark, bruised purple. They ask me, "Doctor, I'm active. I'm doing what the books say. Why can't I even put on my shoes anymore?" The truth is heartbreaking. For many of you, your dedicated exercise is actually backfiring. Every step you take could be forcing blood the wrong way, stretching your veins until they're ready to give up. Today, I'm going to show you why more isn't always better, and how you can save your legs and your freedom right from your living room chair. Let me tell you about a patient of mine. Let's call her Martha. A 72-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. Martha loved her morning walks through the park. But over 6 months, her legs felt like lead weights. She started staying home because she was embarrassed by the spider webs of veins on her calves. Then came the swelling. Then, a tiny scratch on her ankle refused to heal for 3 months. When she finally sat in my exam chair, she wasn't crying because of the pain. She was crying because her daughter had started talking about assisted living. Martha was terrified that if she couldn't walk to the mailbox, she'd lose her home. Does this sound familiar? That heavy, aching sensation at 4 p.m.? That pitting edema, where you press your finger into your shin and the dent stays there like it's pressed into dough. According to the Journal of Vascular Surgery, chronic venous insufficiency affects up to 40% of the U.S. population over 60. You are not alone, but you are at a crossroads. Inside my operating room, I see the reality you can't. I see veins that should be elastic and strong, looking instead like overstretched, thin balloons. When these veins fail, blood doesn't flow up to your heart, it pools at your ankles. This isn't just a cosmetic issue. Think of your veins like a one-way street with heavy-duty security gates every few inches. These are your valves. In a healthy 40-year-old, these gates snap shut after every heartbeat, preventing blood from falling back down. But as we cross 60, those gates can get rusty. They don't close all the way. Now, imagine you're walking 5 miles. With every step, you're pumping blood up, but because the gates are broken, gravity slams that blood right back down. We call this venous reflux. This creates a massive hydrostatic pressure, a literal weight of blood, crushing the tissues in your lower legs from the inside out. Data from the American College of Phlebology shows that untreated venous hypertension increases the risk of skin ulcers by 300% in seniors. When you walk excessively with weak valves, the pressure in your ankle veins can jump from a normal 20 millimeters of mercury to over 90 millimeters of mercury. That pressure is what causes peripheral edema. The liquid part of your blood is literally squeezed out of the veins and into your skin tissue. This is why your shoes feel tight by noon. It's not just old age. It's a mechanical failure of a pump system that was designed for a 20-year-old, not a 65-year-old. But don't lose hope. Martha didn't end up in that nursing home. We didn't even need major surgery. We simply taught her how to use her second heart. Wait, did you know you have a second heart? It's not in your chest. It's in your legs. And for those of you over 60, this heart is actually more important for your mobility than the one in your ribs. I will explain exactly how this second heart works and why it's currently sleeping in most of you in just a moment. But first, I want you to do a 10-second check with me. Right now, as you're sitting there, I want you to reach down and touch your ankles. Are they cold to the touch or unusually warm? Pull your sock down. Is there a deep ring imprinted on your skin? If you press your thumb firmly against your shin bone for 5 seconds and let go, does the skin bounce back immediately? Or is there a crater left behind? If you see a crater, or if your socks are leaving deep marks, your second heart is struggling. You are likely in stage 2 or 3 of venous insufficiency. But here is the good news. Unlike your main heart, you have total control over this one. You can jumpstart it without a single pill. Now, let's talk about the hero of our story, your calf muscle pump, or what we medical professionals call the second heart. Your main heart is a masterpiece of engineering, but it has a weakness. It is great at pushing blood down to your toes, thanks to gravity, but getting that blood back up nearly 4 feet against the constant pull of the earth? That's a monumental task. Your heart simply isn't strong enough to do it alone. This is where your calf muscles come in. When you walk correctly, your calf muscles contract and squeeze the deep veins like a tube of toothpaste, shooting the blood upward. According to research published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, a healthy calf muscle pump can account for up to 30% of the total energy required for blood circulation. But here is the problem for those of us over 60. If your valves are already leaky, or if your calf muscles have weakened over the years, a condition called sarcopenia, that pump becomes inefficient. Instead of a powerful squeeze, it's a weak flicker. The blood moves up halfway, then crashes back down. This is exactly why walking more can hurt more. You are running a pump that is broken, and you're just flooding the basement. But there is a secret weapon that almost no one talks about. It's a way to help your legs without even moving your feet. I call it the thoracic pump, or hoi tho bom mao. Think of your chest as a vacuum cleaner. When you take a deep, diaphragmatic breath, a belly breath, you change the pressure inside your torso. This creates a suction effect that literally pulls blood from your abdominal veins up into your heart. A study in the European Journal of Cardiovascular Nursing showed that controlled deep breathing can increase venous return by as much as 15% to 20%. For someone with severe swelling who finds it painful to walk, this is a miracle. It means you can start healing while sitting in your favorite recliner, watching the news. If you combine the second heart in your legs with the vacuum in your chest, you create a powerhouse of circulation that can bypass even the leakiest valves. This is the foundation of staying independent. If we can keep the blood moving, we keep the skin healthy. If the skin is healthy, we stay out of the hospital. Remember Martha, the teacher who was terrified of the nursing home? When she first came to me, she thought she needed expensive laser surgery. But I told her, Martha, before we talk about surgery, let's fix your plumbing. I started her on a 2-minute routine, not 10.000 steps, but 2 minutes of targeted, second heart activation. But here is the part that will shock you. She didn't do it while standing up. In fact, standing still is often the enemy of the senior citizen's veins. We had Martha perform a specific ankle pump while her legs were slightly elevated. Within just 14 days, the doughy feeling in her shins began to disappear. For the first time in years, she could see the bone in her ankle again. She told me, Doctor, I feel like I've been given a new pair of legs. And here is where it gets even more interesting. Martha discovered that her nighttime leg cramps, those Charlie horses that wake you up screaming at 2 a.m., totally vanished. Why? Because the toxic metabolic waste that was sitting in her ankles was finally being washed away by fresh, oxygenated blood. Now, you might be thinking, Doctor, I've been told my whole life that walking is the best exercise. And you're right, for a healthy body. But forget everything you know about walking for exercise. Because if you have varicose veins or edema, the rules have changed. If you continue to walk the old way, you are essentially slamming a hammer against a bruised thumb. You need the senior circulation protocol. But before I show you the first movement of this protocol, we must address the red flags. My mission is to keep you safe. Your independence depends on your safety. There is a very specific type of leg pain that means you must stop and call your doctor immediately. This isn't just about swelling, it's about your life. As a physician, I need you to listen closely. While the exercises I'm about to show you are gentle, you must never push through bad pain. If you experience any of the following, please consult your primary doctor or a physical therapist before continuing. Chest pain or shortness of breath during minimal movement. Sudden swelling in only one leg, especially if accompanied by heat and redness. This could be a DVT, blood clot, which is a medical emergency. Severe dizziness or loss of balance. We do not want a fall. A broken hip is far more dangerous than swollen ankles. Open sores that are oozing or smell. These require professional wound care. Safety first isn't just a slogan, it's the rule we live by so we can keep walking into our 90s. If your legs feel heavy but otherwise stable, then you are ready for what comes next. Before we fix the problem, we need to know exactly how much rust is in your pipes. I want you to perform a simple 60-second test with me right now. This is the Vascular Age Self-Test. Find a comfortable place to sit and lift one leg up, resting your ankle on your opposite knee. First, look at the color of your foot. Is it pale, pink, or does it have a dusky, reddish-blue tint? Now, take your index finger and press firmly on the fleshy part of your big toe for exactly 5 seconds. The skin will turn white as the blood is pushed out. Now, let go and count how many seconds it takes for the pink color to return. In medical terms, we call this capillary refill time. If the color returns in under 2 seconds, your small vessels are performing like someone in their 40s. If it takes 3 to 5 seconds, your vascular age is likely around 60 to 70, your circulation is slowing down. If it takes more than 5 seconds, your vessels are struggling significantly. According to the American Heart Association, delayed capillary refill in the lower extremities is a key clinical indicator of peripheral arterial or venous issues. If your legs failed this test, don't panic. Martha's refill time was 7 seconds when we started. Today, she's back down to a healthy 2 seconds. The body is remarkably resilient if you give it the right signals. But here is the catch. You cannot fix decades of pressure in a single afternoon. This is why I have designed a specific 15-day circulation reset. Think of this as an appointment with your future self. Exactly at 7 a.m. tomorrow, I will be releasing video number 2, which contains the vascular age calibration, a deeper 60-second test to see if your veins are actually hardened. Set your alarm now. Missing that golden hour of recovery is like trying to drive a car with a flat tire. But you don't have to wait until tomorrow to start feeling relief. And this is the part you've been waiting for. We are going to perform your very first micro exercise right now. And the best part? You don't even have to stand up. I want you to sit back in your chair, feet flat on the floor. This is the seated heel-toe rock. While keeping your toes on the ground, lift both heels as high as you can. Feel that squeeze in the back of your calves? That is your second heart waking up. Hold for 2 seconds. Lower your heels and now lift your toes toward the ceiling. This stretches the calf and prepares the valves for the next pump. Safety warning. If you feel any sharp, stabbing pain in your calf, or if you feel lightheaded, stop immediately and rest. We are looking for a gentle burn of muscle activation, not pain. Perform this 10 times. It takes less than 30 seconds. A study published in The Lancet suggests that even these small bouts of muscle activation can significantly reduce the risk of blood stasis. I tell my patients, do this every time a commercial comes on TV. By the end of the day, you will have pumped gallons of blood back to your heart that would have otherwise stayed trapped in your ankles. While you're doing those heel-toe rocks, let me share a secret I learned while studying vascular health in Japan. In many parts of Asia, seniors rarely suffer from the same level of severe varicose veins we see here in the US. Why? It's not just genetics, it's their culture of movement. They don't sit in soft, deep sofas that cut off circulation behind the knees. They spend a lot of time transitioning from the floor to standing. Each time they do that, they are giving their second heart a massive boost. In America, our furniture is often our enemy. When we sit for 4 hours in a recliner, the bend at our hips and knees acts like a kink in a garden hose. The blood gets stuck. Martha realized that her favorite lounge chair was actually contributing to her swelling. We didn't throw the chair away, but we taught her the 2-minute reset to do before she got up. This simple change prevented that dizzy feeling and the heavy leg sensation when she started her day. This 15-day journey we are on together follows a scientific 3-stage rule: purify, activate, restore. Today, we are in the purify phase. We are clearing the trash, the old, deoxygenated blood, out of your lower limbs. You've learned why walking 10.000 steps on broken valves is dangerous. You've tested your vascular age, and you've learned the seated pump. In the coming days, we will move into the activate phase, where we use specific wall-supported movements to strengthen the vein walls themselves. You see, This isn't just a collection of random exercises you find on the internet. This is a medical protocol designed to help you keep your home, your car, and your freedom. Stop for a moment. After just those 10 repetitions of the heel-toe rock, do your feet feel a bit warmer? Do they feel lighter? That is the feeling of oxygen returning to your tissues. I want you to tell me in the comments, what was your capillary refill time? Was it 2 seconds? 5 seconds? Don't be shy. We are all here to support each other. By sharing your number, you're helping me understand what the community needs most in the next video. Now, I want to share the one secret that allowed Martha to put her cane back in the closet for good. It's a technique I call the wall of youth. As we've discussed, gravity is the enemy when your valves are weak. So, why fight it? For just 2 minutes before you go to bed, I want you to lie on your back on your bed or the floor and rest your legs vertically against the wall. In this position, gravity finally becomes your best friend. The hydrostatic pressure we talked about, that 90 millimeters of mercury crushing your ankles, drops to almost zero. This allows the fluid trapped in your skin to drain back into your lymphatic system. But here is the physio secret. While your legs are up, I want you to do the same heel-toe rocks we practiced earlier. This is the master flush. You are using the pump, your calves, and the downward slope, gravity, at the same time. According to clinical observations in physical therapy, this dual-action approach can reduce evening ankle circumference by up to ½ inch in just one session. Safety warning. If you have severe glaucoma, uncontrolled high blood pressure, or advanced congestive heart failure, please keep your legs only slightly elevated with pillows instead of a vertical wall. Always listen to your body's signals. Where is Martha today? Last month, she sent me a postcard from the Grand Canyon. She wasn't sitting in a wheelchair. She was walking the paved trails, carefully, mindfully, and using the second heart techniques we practiced. She told me, "Doctor, I'm not just walking again, I'm living again. I don't feel like a burden to my daughter anymore." That is the power of understanding your body. You don't need to be a victim of your age. You just need to change your strategy. You've already taken the first and hardest step today by learning the why behind your pain. Most people just ignore it until it's too late. You didn't. You're still here. And that tells me you have the resolve to keep your independence. This channel isn't just about how-to videos. It's a sanctuary. It's a place where you are heard, where your concerns about aging are met with science and compassion, not just, take a pill and call me later. If you want to be part of a community that values independence and evidence-based health, I invite you to click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. By doing so, you aren't just following a channel. You are joining a family of thousands of seniors across the country who are all committed to staying strong, staying mobile, and staying home. We publish new medical insights every week, designed specifically for your needs. Let's push back against the inevitability of aging together. Before we wrap up today's session, I want to hear from you. It can be lonely dealing with health issues, but look around the comment section. You'll see you have friends here. Please leave a comment below and tell us, how old are you? And what city or state are you watching from? Are you a 65-year-old in Florida struggling with swelling? Or a 80-year-old in Texas who wants to keep gardening? I read every single comment, and I often use your stories to plan our future videos. Let's start a roll call of everyone who is committed to the 15-day reset. Just type, "I am in," along with your location. We have successfully completed day 1 of our journey. Your second heart is now awake. But even with a strong pump, there is one more thing that can stop your progress: plumbing clogs. Why is it that some people exercise all day and still have cold, purple feet, while some 90-year-olds have warm, healthy toes? The answer lies in the vascular plaque hiding in your arteries. In my next video, 60 seconds to test your vascular age at home, I will show you a simple test involving your pulse that can tell you if your pipes are clean or if they are narrowing. If you think today's test was eye-opening, wait until you see this. You can watch that video right now by clicking the box on your screen. And don't forget, tomorrow at 7 a.m. sharp, we begin the activate phase. Set your alarm, drink a glass of water, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for trusting me with your health. Your legs are thanking you. 2. God bless. And I'll see you tomorrow.